Hello, Pastors Joel and Victoria and all of Lakewood Church. My name is Alan Maxwell, and I'm making this video today to show and share some of the love, just a small token of gratitude and appreciation that I have for all that you do in your church. You've assisted myself and my family in getting through some of the toughest and most challenging times in our life, the valley of the shadow of death. And I'd like to share a little bit of our story. 2020 was an incredibly challenging year for myself and my family, not only because of the pandemic and the shifts that it created, but because of the physical loss of my father, who Dr. Kurt Maxwell, who was an incredible mentor, my best friend, and just a light in my life, who I was actually planning on working with. At that time, I was in my fourth year of medical school, about to take Osteen, which for those who don't know, that's one of our clinical exams. And I found out at the beginning of January 15, at the beginning of 2020, through a phone call from my stepmom, that he had potentially passed on in the night. And so immediately, I got to step up and rise to the occasion for myself and for so many in my family, so many wonderful women. I said step, but I often call her bonus mom. My mother, who deeply still loved my father, my sister, my partner at the time, and my bonus daughter. And at that time, and still, it was one of the most challenging experiences of my life. And I could not have gone through, I know certainly I could not have gone through it without the nourishment, the love, and the inspiration that you bring to us every day, Pastor Joel. It was incredible in that time. And in the time leading up, I started to listen more and more to your messages on SiriusXM, but also at home. I'd been exposed to you and your work and your incredible ministry at a young age through my parents. But it wasn't until in 2019 that I really started to lean in and appreciate and want to receive fully the message of God that you convey so beautifully, that inspiring, loving message. And so in the months leading up to that critical point in my life, I began to lean into your word, the word of God, and the messages that you have for us. And after he passed physically, I found myself, leaning in even more than ever before, because I knew it was the only thing, the grace of God was going to be the only thing to get me through that. And it was incredible. At that time, I'd turn on the SiriusXM, and I felt like the message that you were giving was perfect and for me every single time. You were reminding me that when we go through challenges, when we face unfairness, that it's for a reason, and we're going to come out, we're not only going to get through it, but we're going to come out better, stronger, more inspired. God's going to pay us back for our pains. And it has been exactly that, Joel. And let's see here. I just wanted to share that not only did it allow me to get through as an individual, but it allowed me to finish my medical school career. And through God's grace and through the nourishing messages that you provide, not only did I get through that challenge in my life, but I've also completed medical school now. I graduated this summer, and I am preparing to take my licensing exams, which are 2 days away. They begin on Wednesday of this week and will continue through Friday. And I know deep down on the inside that I am a victor, that I am blessed, that I am anointed, and that I have the greatest force in the universe, and mountains will be moved. And so that faith that I now have today, that I've cultivated, that I share with my friends, my family, that I'm able to carry with me everywhere, is in a huge part due to you and your incredible ministry. You may not know this, but we are best of friends, Joel. I have my cue behind me and some of your books that I keep in my room, and you walk with me on a day-to-day basis with my family and I just feel like we're best of buds, even though this may be the first time that you get to see me or know of me and my story. But we celebrate and praise with you and all of Lakewood every Sunday, and it's just such a beautiful opportunity for us to be able to come together with the community that you all create, knowing that there's such light out there, and we get to praise the greatest force that there is, and share that love of Christ, and it just fuels my spirit, and it allows me to move on in my day as a conqueror, just like King David. And so, Joel, I had a whole thing written here that I was going to share, but I feel like that is the message I wanted to share. It conveys it, and I look forward to meeting you in person one day and being able to celebrate in that incredible space that you guys have in Texas. We live in Phoenix, Arizona, and so soon that day will come, especially as I complete this chapter and step into this new chapter of miracles and doors being opened, and more abundance and grace than can ever be imagined. And so I thank you for supporting me, my family, and all of us on our journey, all of us around the world. Know that you and your family are a light. I love learning more about what you do and your family, and found out recently actually that we sing and praise with your daughter on a weekly basis, and so that's just beautiful and inspiration to us all. And so from the bottom of my heart, and with the fullness of all the love that I have to give, thank you for all that you do, Pastor Joel, all that you do, Pastor Victoria, and all of you at Lakewood. Thank you for being a force of love, a force of light. And may we all continue to receive God's blessings, and may He show out in our life, and may we receive those miracles and the abundance that is our birthright. I love you all. I'll be praying from Tempe, Arizona, and we'll see each other soon. God bless.